Can we talk about how a couple spends an entire year planning a wedding, but leaves the honeymoon as a Google or ChatGPT search? No more brides, because today our very own member of the bride tribe, Jessie, is joining us to talk all things honeymoon. When we tell you Jessie has experience with honeymoons, we don't mean just for herself. She's also helped some amazing couples take fantastic honeymoons that they didn't need to worry about. But where do you start? Start by joining us here. Well, we're so lucky because today Jessie, our very own Bride Tribe member, is joining us, and we are talking all things honeymoons. Now, Jessie, I know you've got your honeymoon planned. Can you tell us where you're going?
We are doing a mini moon in Mexico. We are doing a split stay, actually, and I like to call it a mini moon because as much as I love Mexico, I gotta go on a crazy adventure someday. So I'm calling it a mini moon. But we are doing a split stay in Mexico. We are headed to Secrets Moche in a preferred club room, which I'm so excited for.
Beautiful. Been there, love it.
So excited for. I think I'm most excited for that rooftop bar that's only accessible to preferred club members. So cannot wait. And then we are headed to the brand new Majestic Mirage in Costa Mujeres, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. And it's brand new. It is in a very beautiful area in Costa Mujeres, which is a very up and coming area, especially for beach lovers. So super excited.
Okay, that's really interesting because I hadn't realized until you said it. But when I got married, 35 years ago, we went on a mini moon too. We just went to San Antonio for the weekend. And then we took our major moon, I don't know what to call it, but our major moon, and we went to Jamaica for that. So I hadn't even thought about that yet, but I'm down for a mini moon and a major moon. Like we should do both.
Exactly. It is becoming increasingly popular because a lot of the times couples are coming to me and they're wanting to do like the big Europe trip and trek along. And, we talk about what some of their travel goals are. And a lot of the times my brides and grooms are coming to me and they're saying, honestly, I just really want to relax for a couple of days. I want to have a pina colada in my hand. So we're starting to talk about doing these, 5-day, 6-day mini moon trips right after the wedding. And then we're planning for that big Europe adventure or that big African safari 6 months down the road, or maybe for your anniversary. There's lots of different options. The best thing about it is that you are in control and you get to decide what you guys want to do. So you don't have to go somewhere right after your wedding. It's really fun to see with all of my different honeymooners what they're loving. However, one thing I will say is that St. Lucia is a hot topic right now. People are loving St. Lucia. Oh my gosh. St. Lucia is super hot when it comes to honeymooners, especially Sandals Resort. Sandals is just one of our incredible partners that we have here at Canopy of Travel, and they take care of our clients. Our clients love the experience that they have. Amazing service, especially when you have that butler service. So highly recommend when it comes to that. But there's so many incredible destinations and something that is perfect for every honeymooner.
It is, yeah. We absolutely adore Sandals as a partner. And Craig, if you're listening, we're talking about you because you're our favorite. Yeah. So I think I remember you talking to me about a honeymoon where they're taking a helicopter.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to hear more about this.
Yeah, so back to St. Lucia. Like I said, it is a hot topic. I have probably booked at least 15 couples for just going to St. Lucia. It is amazing. There's a lot of different ways that you can get around the country. You can do a private transfer once you arrive at the airport. You can also get on a water taxi that will bring you directly to your resort or to near your resort. And then there's also a helicopter option. So literally you land, you get in a helicopter, and you're at your resort within 10, 15 minutes. So if you are looking for that luxury experience and you're just wanting to get to your resort right away so you can take advantage of all of the amazing amenities, that helicopter option is fantastic.
If this is going to be like a once in a lifetime honeymoon, then let's take the once in a lifetime helicopter ride because that sounds cool.
Yes. No, amazing. Such beautiful views too as well. It's almost like a sneak peek into like what the island looks like before you even have really stepped into, if you've done like some excursions, we've got to get you to the mud baths. We got to get you to Sugar Beach, all of these beautiful places in St. Lucia. So it's just fun to see the country from the sky.
Other than St. Lucia, because I know it is hot right now, what are some other places and destinations your brides and grooms and honeymooners are going?
Ooh, good question. Europe is
Mhm.
number one after St. Lucia right now. And it's fun to see the different split because I have quite a few people who are choosing to do cruises and then they're doing post or pre-stays for that cruise, or we're looking to do, that romantic Italian adventure. There's so many beautiful destinations in Europe. You literally cannot go wrong with anywhere in Europe. I absolutely loved it. I used to live in Europe, so I'm your girl. I know where to go in Europe. And
You've
there's so
got the
many
inside intel.
I do. I do. And there's so many destinations that are up and coming right now. I just got off the a phone call with clients for a honeymoon in June coming up here, and we're starting to plan their honeymoon. And they're looking for something that's a little bit more like under the radar. They absolutely loved Iceland. That's actually where they got engaged. They went in March, and it was not the peak season travel that you're used to in Iceland, which honestly I loved. I loved being in Iceland during the winter because I'm a snow person. I'm very Scandinavian. Um, but the best part about finding those like under the radar kind of places is working with a travel advisor and working with me so that we can get you to some of these destinations that aren't well known.
As you are in the countdown, kind of the final stretch to your
Yeah.
own wedding and honeymoon,
Yeah.
I know that there are a lot of people on your team right now. Yeah, you're the queen for Team Bride. You're the one
Mhm.
wearing the veil, but there are a lot of people helping you.
Yeah.
Talk to me what it's like to have people on your team helping you with the wedding and or maybe a honeymoon.
That is a great question. A lot of the times when I'm starting these conversations with the bride or the groom, it's been fun because there's been a lot of brides who have put the honeymoon on the groom and saying, "Here you go. Where are we going to go for our honeymoon?" And while that's great, I mean, some
That's
guys
terrifying.
some guys don't really know how to
Terrifying.
plan. But when you think back to it and you are building this incredible day, you're gathering all of your friends and family. You are building a team around your incredible wedding day. You have your caterer, your photographer, your day of coordinator. You are building a team of people who are going to help you have an amazing day. Now, when you start thinking about your honeymoon, why would you not be building a team around you to be
Smart.
supporting your honeymoon? This is a once in a lifetime trip. This is the start of a new chapter with your significant other. And if you are starting out with a flop, maybe the flight's delayed or your flight gets canceled, and you don't have
Does
someone to
that
call,
happen to flights?
it does. It does. It
It
does.
does.
So you need to build a team of people around you for your honeymoon. You need to be working with me so that you are having an incredible honeymoon. Um, Perfect example of a experience that happened this past fall was I had travelers getting married, and they were headed to Jamaica in a couple of days, and the hurricane was about to hit. We ended up having a call leading up to the week of their wedding, and we had to build up a backup plan for their honeymoon. And because we built that backup plan, once I knew that we were not able to get the clients to Jamaica anymore, I went ahead and made the switch for my clients. No stress on their end. I said, here's your new honeymoon destination. Have an amazing time. Have an amazing wedding day, and you don't have to do anything. I did it all for you.
Yeah, and you just brought up something that's so important because as right in that time, that like last week or so of your honeymoon, that's when weather and things start happening and flights can go wonky. And it would
Yeah.
be, I can't imagine being the
No.
bride or bless his heart, the groom, like trying to figure out, oh my gosh, there's a hurricane. Our honeymoon can't happen. But yet you were looking at that before they probably even knew or were aware, already had the backup plan, brought it to them and said, hey, this is where we're going to pivot if we need to. So you
Mhm.
had everything. You really were that team member ready with every
Yeah.
little contingency ready to go.
Yeah.
One kind of last question. If somebody is getting married and they have an
Hmm.
evening wedding, just out of
Hmm.
curiosity, would you recommend they leave immediately the next morning after their wedding, or would you say wait a day? Just out of curiosity.
Wait a day. Give
Okay.
yourself some time to enjoy yourself. You're likely going to have family and friends in town if you are doing a traditional wedding. You're going to feel very tired after your wedding. You are going to want to spend the morning chilling versus getting up like 2 hours later after you've gone to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning for a 5 a.m. flight. Or maybe you don't even go to bed. So I always encourage my couples, let's get you on the next flight the next day so that we can have a nice peaceful start versus jumping over to the airport right after your wedding.
Yeah. And I'm not saying anybody would be, but you don't want to start the honeymoon hungover. Not saying anybody would drink at a wedding or anything,
No, never, never. And
but we don't want that to happen.
I was the person that I was like, no, I have to go on my honeymoon like the day afterwards. And then I started to think about it and I'm like, Jesse, you are actually crazy. Nope, we need to give yourself a day. So,
Yeah, give yourself a day and some hydration.
yes.
A day and some hydration. What's your like last little bit of advice that you would give somebody as they're getting ready for a honeymoon or thinking about where they want to go or any of the things that have to do with the honeymoon?
Honestly, my biggest piece of advice when you are starting the honeymoon conversation is really sit down and talk about what are your travel goals?
Oh,
Do you want to be trekking through Europe? Do you want to be sitting on a beach relaxing? You have spent potentially a year to 2 years planning this beautiful wedding. You really need to be very intentional about how you want to be spending time with your partner after an incredible wedding. So, one thing that I really like to understand about my brides and grooms is what is the goal of your guys' honeymoon? If that is adventure, I'm all for it. I'm all for going across Europe all day long. But also, some couples are wanting that true relaxation and that true escape. Everyone has a perfect honeymoon, so it is truly up to what are your travel goals that you have in mind.
you mentioned that they start working on weddings a year to two years in advance. How far in advance
Yes.
should they start working on the honeymoon?
Great question. It really depends on your guys' destination. However, I would say anywhere from 12 to 10 months when they're starting to think about, island escapes or, South African safaris or Europe adventures. We need to be planning, especially those larger once in a lifetime trips where we're getting you on an African safari, we're getting you to Italy. We want to make sure that we are booking you well in advance so that you can take advantage of the best availability, the best pricing, and the best experience. You don't want to be booking something last minute and not be able to have an amazing honeymoon. So it really depends on the destination that you're looking for, but I typically like to recommend anywhere from 12 to 8 months, depending on your guys' destination.
And I think you hit the nail on the head because when you wait until much closer to the honeymoon,
Yep.
yes, Jesse's going to be able to find you a
Yep.
resort or maybe a safari lodge outside of Greater Kruger.
Yep.
However, what she can't do is go, okay, what is your vibe? How do you feel? What do you want your experience to be? Is it important that you're at some place where people speak English? Or how comfortable are you with different kinds of foods? What kind of
Yep.
view do you want? Because the closer you get to that honeymoon date, it's not a matter of all of those things. It's simply who has room.
Yep.
That's it.
Complete.
That's where is their
And at
availability?
what
And
price? And at what
oh,
price? That's the
yes.
bad one. That's the bad one. I think a lot of
Yes.
people have very unrealistic expectations when you are booking last minute. It's going to be the same exact price. That is not the case. So we need to be realistic and we want to book you guys in advance so that you guys, that's one thing left off your plate. We start that conversation, well in advance before your wedding, and then you have me. You have full access to me so that I can plan the whole entire honeymoon, and you guys just show up to the airport and have an amazing time as a new couple. That's the goal. You just want to
Well,
relax and have a great
and the
time.
other thing, the reason to set it up in advance is if you're going to have a passport and
Yes.
visas, or you're
Yep.
going someplace really exotic where maybe you might, like you're going to go to East Africa, where maybe you need to be
Yeah.
on some kind of malaria strategy or what do you call that? You need to be on
Medication.
some what?
Medication.
Yeah, thank you. That's the word. I haven't had enough Coke Zero today. Yeah. So if you're going to have to do that, you have time to get all of that set up as well.
Hmm.
When people
Yeah.
are thinking about budgets for honeymoons, kind of what do you recommend or what do you think about when advising on budgets?
Great question. Again, very dependent on the specific destination. I would say my couples who are looking for more of that relaxing escape, so think Caribbean, maybe even cruises, are typically spending anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000. Again, really depends on the destination. If we're thinking something more exotic, such as Europe, we're usually around that $10,000 to $15,000, even up to 2025. Again, really depends on the experience that you guys are wanting to have. And then when we're thinking really exotic locations, 15,000 plus. So again, really depends on your guys' destination that you guys have in mind. But that's something that when you reach out earlier, we're going to be able to work with you on some of those budgets that you want to have an incredible, once in a lifetime trip. But we are being mindful of the budget too as well. Because I get it. Weddings are expensive. That national average for a wedding is $50,000. So I understand
I
it.
can't
I am
believe
your
that.
girl. I understand it. I'm in your footsteps. I am a 2026 bride, and I understand how expensive weddings are, but I also know that you don't want to skip out on your honeymoon because you want to go to an amazing destination.
Well, and I think one of the myths just in the travel industry in general, not just in regards to honeymoons, is that there's going to be some big sale. And if I just wait till Labor Day or if I wait till 4th of July, and that's not true in the travel industry. In the travel
No.
industry, the early bird gets the worm.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
cruise prices just go up and up and up the closer you get. It's not
Yeah.
like there's this magic day like Black Friday where the prices all drop.
No, no. And then availability goes away. So we want to make sure that you are getting what you want from the get-go so that we're not sacrificing what your guys' goals are.
When the bride and groom come to you and you have planned their honeymoon, they
Yeah.
came to you in the beginning, they were stressed out, they're having to plan, like the wedding, the photographer, florist, but now you have taken it off of their shoulders. How do they
Mhm.
feel? And what do they tell you?
They feel like they're on cloud nine. They are so grateful for the communication, the amazing service that I provide. We have some incredible partners and also incredible software that we provide to our clients for having their whole entire itinerary at the tips of their fingers on their phone. Or, I mean, they are just blown away by the service. And because you worked with me, they're referring their friends and family. They are telling everyone about the service that we provide that you couldn't get off of Google, off of AI. They're not going to be the ones that you're going to be able to call at 3 o'clock in the morning when your flight's canceled and you need to go to a different island in Greece. You're going to be calling me. So honestly, they're just so grateful and they're just so excited. And as mentioned, like I said, you are building a team around your wedding day, and you need to build that team around your honeymoon. And let us take care of it so you don't have to worry about anything.
That's so smart to really support the bride and the groom, support those partners as they're stepping off into their new life to make sure that their first trip together goes smooth. It is stress-free, it's seamless, and they have everything they need. Jesse, thanks so much for joining us today. We look forward to talking to you more and can't wait to hear about your own wedding and honeymoon.
Thank you.
What other questions do you have about planning a honeymoon? Go ahead and drop them in the comments below so we can answer them and get back to you. Because your honeymoon isn't just another trip. It is the first chapter as a married couple, and it deserves to feel thoughtful, seamless, and completely you. So if you're starting to plan and feel unsure, reach out to Jessie. I'll leave her information in the comments below. And if you found this video informative, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. It really does help the channel and we appreciate it so much. And if you want to follow along for more wedding, honeymoon, or other travel advice, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you know when we release more information. Until next time, brides, we wish you well, we wish you safe and happy travels, and we can't wait to see you under a canopy of stars.